glorify you, Jesus. Magnify you, Lord. You're worthy of the glory, Lord.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Last week we concluded with the fact that in order for a relationship to be righteous, everything within that relationship will have to be separated from unrighteousness. And today we're going to finish looking at this part of the series, and as you went through this week and you encountered the things that you encountered this week, some of them shook you to the core. Some of them made you angry enough to bite nails. Some of them caused you to be at a point where you didn't really know what to wrap your mind around. You didn't know what to focus on. You didn't know whether you should let go, hold on, or try to do both. And you found yourself questioning your destinations. And one of the reasons that all of that had to happen is because one of the things that you have to realize about righteousness is that you have to understand that there is no alternative. There's no alternative. There's no kind of righteous. There's no almost righteous. You're either righteous or you're not. And see, when you've been playing the fence,
right.
This last part, I'll just go ahead and give you a blanket "I love you," because there's going to be so much that's going to have to hit in this last part to get us ready for the next part that this is going to hurt. I'm gonna try to make it as least painful as possible, but before we get to the end, it's gonna hurt. Okay. And but what I'm wanting you to realize is that when you're on that fence and you've been playing the fence, the only way that you've been playing a fence is because you've been playing with your own set of righteousness. Because when you're after God's righteousness, you can't play the fence. That's what I said, either you are or you're not. So if you've been going back and forth, then it ain't been his righteousness. It's been your own form of righteousness. And that's why Jesus said, except your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees. That's what he was trying to show. It is, you can't play this kind of game when it comes to God. And it's important to understand this, because when in Proverbs 29, I want you to look at this. Proverbs 29 and verse 18. Proverbs 29 and verse 18 lays out some clear stuff. First off, I want to make sure that you understand when you look at that particular scripture, there's two words there that should be in italics. There is. Those should be in italics. That means that translators put those two words there to hopefully help you better understand the passage. That means they were not in the original writing, okay? So I'm going to read it both ways so that you can hear the difference. I'm going to read it with first. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy, and is, should be in italics also, is he. But if you read it without that, where no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy he. So here's what I want you to understand about this. It doesn't say a vision of what?
All right.
And what that does is that says that this can fit a bunch of different applications.
Right.
So that means any place that you don't have vision is a place where you've been perishing.
That's right.
So if you haven't had a set vision and a set destination for your relationship, you've struggled. If you haven't had a set vision and a destination for your relationship with your children, you've struggled. If you haven't had a set vision and destination for your finances, you've struggled. If you haven't had a set vision and destination for your health, you've struggled. If you haven't had a set vision and destination for how your job would go, or even getting a job, you've struggled. If you haven't had, do you see my point here? Any place that you have not had a set vision and a destination to reach something particular, you struggle. You struggle. That's why I'm so big on y'all writing all your stuff down in here. And you making sure that you are actually putting forth effort to write down information so that you can go back and look at it again and keep yourself on track. Because just trying to run it in your head don't work. It don't work. Because here's what you got to understand. He goes on when he says, but he that keepeth the law. He that keepeth what's written. See, laws have to be established. And laws have to be understood by those who are encountering those laws. So anybody that initially comes into contact with the law of gravity and don't know how it works, and see, the key is, what you got to understand is the law, watch this, is no respecter of persons.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you weigh 1 pound or 101 pounds or 1,001 pounds, you encounter that law, the same outcome is going to happen when you step off of something. It's going down. Now here's why I'm trying to get you to understand that. It's because God's law for our lives is the exact same way. It's the exact same way. He that keepeth the law, happy is he. If you haven't been keeping it, you ain't been happy.
All right. All right.
You've been taking a beating. You've been struggling. You've been fighting. You've been doing all of the, you ain't been happy. And see, the whole key that I'm wanting you to understand is that righteous relationships require proper perspective as well as a destination and a purpose. See, Some of y'all don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. You don't even know why you're doing it. You're just doing it. That's what you saw your parents do. That's what you see other people do.